Good morning, children. We were doing the play The Proposal, and we had finished till page number 147. But I am starting from 147 page, the dialogue, which is the second last dialogue on that page by Lomov. I am starting from there so that we can recap what we did last time. But you can see from the documents, honored Natalia Stepanovna, Oxen Meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute. But now everybody knows that they are mine. There's nothing to argue about. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity, that means in continuation, to the peasants of your father's grandfather, in return for which they were to make bricks for her. The peasants belonging to your father's grandfather had the free use of the meadows for 40 years and had got into the habit of regarding them as their own. When it happened that, so what did we study last time? We had concluded with the dialogue that Natalia and Lomov both are arguing with each other over a piece of land. One is saying that it is my land, the other one is saying that it is mine. Natalia: no, it isn't at all like that. Both grandfather and great grandfather reckon means understood, that their land extended to burnt marsh, which means that Oxen Meadows were ours. I don't see what there is to argue about. It's simply silly. Lomov: I'll show you the documents, Natalia Stepanovna. Natalia: no, you are simply joking or making fun of me. What a surprise! We have had the land for nearly 300 years, and then we are suddenly told that it isn't ours. Ivan Vasilevich, I can't hardly believe my own ears. These meadows aren't worth much to me. They only come to 5 deci, uh, desiatins. This is a currency. 5 desiatins, and are worth perhaps 300 rubles. But I can't understand unfairness. Sorry, I can't stand unfairness. That means I can't tolerate something unfair. Say what you will, I can't stand unfairness. Lomov: hear me out. I implore you, means I request you. The peasants of your father's grandfather, as I have already had the honor of explaining to you, used to bake bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them a pleasant, Natalia: I can't make a head or tail of all this about aunts and grandfathers and grandmothers. The meadows are ours, that's all. Lomov: mine. Natalia: ours. You can go on proving it for 2 days on end, that means continuously for 2 days. You can go and put on 15 dress jackets, but I tell you, they are ours, ours, ours. I don't want anything of yours, and I don't want to give anything of mine. So there. Lomov: Natalia Stepanovna, I don't want the meadows, but I am acting on principle. If you like, I'll make you a present of them. That means he is behaving that he's so generous that if you want, I can gift that land to you. Natalia: I can make you a present of them myself. Natalia is no less. Even she is saying that even I can give you that land as a present because they are mine. Your behavior, Ivan Vasilevich, is strange, to say the least. Up to this, we have always thought of you as a good neighbor. A friend, last year we lent you our threshing machine. Although on that account we had to put off our own threshing till November. But you behaved to us as if we were gypsies. Giving me my own land, indeed. No, really, that's not at all neighborly. In my opinion, it's even impudent, means it's very rude. If you want to know, Lomov, then you make out that I am a land grabber. Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anybody to accuse me of having done so. Quickly steps to the carafe. Carafe is water container. Carafe and drinks more water. Oxen meadows are mine. Natalia, it's not true. They are ours. Lomov, mine. Natalia, it's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my movers. Movers are people who cut and trim grass. I'll send my movers out to the meadows this very day. Lomov, what? Natalia, my movers will be there this very day. Lomov, I'll give it to them in the neck. That means I'll beat them. Natalia, you dare. Lomov clutches at his heart. Oxen meadows are mine. You understand? Mine. Natalia, please don't shout. You can't shout yourself. You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house. But here I must ask you to restrain yourself. Restrain means control yourself. Lomov, if it wasn't, madam, for this awful excruciating palpitation, awful is strange, excruciating means severe. Palpitation is beating of the heart very fast. If it wasn't, madam, for this awful excruciating palpitation, if my whole inside wasn't upset, I would talk to you in a different way. Oxen meadows are mine. Now he is getting angry. He is getting more angry and irritated. Natalia, ours. Lomov, mine. Natalia, ours. Lomov, mine. Chubukov, what's the matter? What are you shouting for? Natalia, Papa, please tell this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows, we or he. Chubukov, darling, the meadows are ours. Lomov, but please, Stepan Stepanovich, how can they be yours? Do be reasonable man. Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got accustomed to it as if it was their own. When it happened that, Chubukov, excuse me, my precious, you forget just this, that the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everybody knows that they are ours. It means that you haven't seen the plan. Lomov, I'll prove to you that they are mine. Chubukov, you won't prove it, my darling. Lomov, I shall. Chubukov, dear one, why yell like that? Yell means shout. You won't prove anything just by yelling. I don't want anything of yours and don't intend to give up what I have. Why should I? And you know, my beloved, that if you propose to go on arguing about it, I would much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. There. Lomov, I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property? Chubukov. You may take it that I know whether I have the right or not. Because, young man, I am not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice, and so on. I, young man, am twice your age and ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself. That means without becoming excited, without agitating yourself, and all that. So Chubukov is also teaching him to behave and speak properly because he is elder to Lomov. Lomov. No, you just think I'm a fool and want to have on me. You call my land yours and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. Good neighbors don't behave like that, Stepanovich. You are not a neighbor, you are a grabber. Chubukov. What's that? What did you say? Natalia. Papa, send the mowers out to the meadows at once. Chubukov. What did you say, sir? Natalia. Oxen meadows are ours and I shan't give them up. Shan't give them up. Shan't give them up. She is repeating it to emphasize that she is not going to compromise. She is not going to give her piece of land. Lomov. We'll see. I'll have the matter taken to court and then I'll show you. Chubukov. To court? You can take it to court and all that. You can. I know you. You are just on the lookout for a chance to go to court and all that. You pettifogger. Pettifogger means you clever man. All your people were like that. All of them. Lomov. Never mind about my people. The Lomovs have all been honorable people, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement. Embezzlement means for some financial, you can say, cheating somebody in financial matters. Cheating somebody in financial matters. I am reading this again. Never mind about my people. The Lomovs have all been honorable people, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement like your grandfather. Chubukov. You Lomovs have had lunacy in your family. Lunacy is madness. Have had lunacy in your family. All of you. That means he's trying to say that all of your family members have been mad. All. Natalia adds to this. Chubukov. Your grandfather was a drunkard. Now he is trying to prove how his family members were mad. Your grandfather was a drunkard and your younger aunt, Nastasia Mihailovna, ran away with an architect and so on. Lomov. And your mother was a humpbacked. Humpbacked means those people who have the curved back. They don't stand straight, they can't sit straight because they have a curve in their back. And your mother was humpbacked. Something pulling in my side, my head. Help, water. Now he is feeling a little uneasy. He is not feeling well. Chubukov. Your father was a guzzling gambler. Natalia. And there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt. Backbiters are those people who criticize others behind their backs. And there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt. That means she is trying to say that your aunt was always the biggest backbiter. She used to criticize people behind their backs. Chubukov. My left foot has gone to sleep. You are an intruder. Intruder means planner. You are planning something evil. You are an intruder. Oh, my heart. And it's an open secret that before the last elections, you breathe. I can see stars. Where's my hat? Natalia. It's low. It's dishonest. It's mean. Chubukov. And you are just a malicious. Malicious means hateful. You are just a malicious, double faced intruder. Yes. Lomov. Here's my hat. My heart. Which way? Where's the door? Oh, I think I'm dying. My foot is quite numb. He is not feeling well. He goes to the door. Chubukov. And don't set foot in my house again. Natalia. Take it to court. We'll see. That means take your foot directly to the court. We'll meet there. Lomov staggers out. That means he falls and he keeps moving, but he keeps falling also simultaneously. Chubukov. Devil, take him. Walks about in excitement. Natalia. What a rascal. What trust can we have in one's neighbors after that? Chubukov. The villain. The scarecrow. Scarecrow, you must have seen. Scarecrows are placed on in the fields, and they help in not allowing the crows or other birds to destroy the crops, because they look like human beings, and when the crows and other birds see them, they believe that human beings are standing in the field and they don't come. Natalia. The monster. First he takes our land and then he has the impudence to abuse us. Impudence means he has the arrogance, the guts to abuse us. Chubukov. And that blind hen, yes, that turnip ghost has the confounded cheek to make a proposal. Confounded means confused. Confounded cheek to make a proposal, and so on. What? A proposal? Natalia. What proposal? Now see, till now, when Natalia came into the scene, Lomov and Natalia both were just arguing with each other, both were having a very heated discussion over a piece of land, both were literally fighting with each other, and Lomov did not get a chance to put his proposal in front of Natalia. Now, when Chubukov says that this man has the guts to bring a proposal, now she is asking, what proposal? She is totally unaware of any proposal till now. Chubukov. Why? He came here to propose to you. Natalia. To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me so before? Chubukov. So he dresses up in evening clothes. The stuffed sausage, the wizen-faced from, all these are abusive, a kind of abusive language used for Lomov. Natalia. To propose to me? Ah, falls into an easy chair and wails. Now she is weeping. Wails means she weeps. Chubukov. Bring whom here? Sorry, I have missed a line. I am reading this again. Natalia says, to propose to me. Ah, falls into an easy chair and wails. Bring him back, back. Ah, bring him here. Chubukov. Bring whom here? Natalia. Quick, quick, I am ill. Fetch him. Chubukov. What's that? What's the matter with you? He's surprised because just a few minutes back, Natalia was showing that she has a complete dislike for that man, and she was fighting with Lomov. She was arguing with him, and they were having a very heated talk. They were not talking in a friendly way at all, and they were talking as if both were enemies. But suddenly there is a change in the behavior of Natalia. So Chubukov is saying that what is the matter with you? Why you are trying to call him back? Clutches at his head. Oh, unhappy man that I am. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. We have done for her. Now he is feeling very much upset and he says that what has happened to my daughter? I'm going to kill myself. I will hang myself. Natalia, I am dying. Fetch him. So, I am stopping here, children. Now, in our next class, we will start reading from the next dialogue spoken by Chubukov. Keep reading everything, whatever we have read today, whatever we have read in our previous class. Just give it a careful, slow, and silent reading once again. And I'm sure there are some words which I had asked you to find the meanings. You must have done the word meaning homework by now. Today I have told you all the meanings, almost all. So just read this much play once again, and in our next class we are going to finish the play. Thank you, children.